asses off and to the American public, okay? And what they're doing, they're telling so many lies, and they're very consistent about their lies, okay? That if you tell a lie enough time, people will start to believe it. I listen to progressive talk radio. I used to listen to Handy and Limbaugh, but these fucking people have lost their mind. I can't deal with them anymore. But even on the progressive side, I've been lately hearing about progressives talk about what we need to do, what this president ain't doing, what. You know what? You guys are falling in the same trap that the Republican Party is building for you. Don't listen to these. Put it to the goddamn Republican the way it should be put. These guys are fucking nuts. You don't have a Republican. Who's a statesman on the Republican Party side? Give me, what statesman do you have on the Republican Party side? You don't have one. You don't have one. You got Dick Cheney out there, and Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell, and George Bush ought to be hung from the same fucking rope they hung Saddam Hussein from. Because these people have destroyed this country. Destroyed everything this country stood for, lied, wiretap. In fact, they talk about, Dick Cheney claim to fame is, fucking wars, terrorism, and all of that shit, right? Listen, the terrorists, in my opinion, have won the war. Because after September 11, the country went broke. We spent all our money in Iraq and Afghanistan. Try to get on a fucking airplane and you have to, strip down to your damn underwear. What freedom do we have in this country anymore? We don't have it. Because of what? Terrorism? Give me a break. You know what? Just give you an example how stupid and two-faced the Republican Party is. Back at Christmas when this kid tried to blow up a bomb in his underwear, it was all over the fucking news about, this is Barack Obama terrorism. All it was some 20-year-old kid that got the shit beat out of him, and he should have had the shit beat out of him for trying to light a fucking match or something on an airplane. It wasn't no big deal, in my opinion. Now, you get a guy who flies a single-engine plane into the U.S. government building down in Texas, and you don't hear one goddamn word from the Republican Party. Not one! This isn't a terrorist act. This isn't nothing. So, I'm just at the point now where I want everybody to realize one thing. The reason why I'm making this video is that keep the Republicans out of office. If you love this country, you love what this country stands for, you like the freedom that you have in this country, keep these fucking nuts out of office, man. Let me tell you something. The last place the Republican Party needs to be right now is in power, okay? I don't care what religious background you're from, political views, whatever, but the betterment of this country does not deserve to be in the Republican hand, because we have seen what the Republican Party stand for. They are absolutely scary at this point in history. They are scary, and they need to be dealt with like they're a bunch of lunatics like they are. Unfortunately, you can't go up and slap them in the head, but what you can do is keep them out of power, people. If you don't vote, vote. Do not vote for a Republican. I don't give a damn if it's citywide, statewide, countrywide. These people's ideology is way to the right. And nobody in the middle, left or center, or even right. I'm sure the Republican Party is embarrassed. Even the Republicans think they're fucking nuts. But yet, mainstream media calls them out on it. No, let them say whatever the hell they want, whatever the hell they want to say, and nobody retorts anything. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with. This is for you and me. This is for the general public. This is people that may or may not go out and vote. But when you do, make sure, I don't care, like I said, if it's citywide, statewide, county-wise, whatever, don't vote for a Republican. It is not for the betterment of this country to have these people in office at this particular juncture. Because whether you like it or not, the country right now is starting to get better. I'm in business and I see it. I've been seeing it more frequently every week, every month. Look like in the last, 3 or 4 months now, I just see things turning around. I see it just turning and turning, slowly, but turning. I see it turning around. Hell, you got to see it too. Let's not be stupid here. Things are whether you are Republican or Democrat, things are getting a little bit better right now, okay? And we need to keep it going in that direction. And the last thing we need to do is elect people. I may sit here and scream and yell about the Republican Party, but just look at what they do. Look at what they do. Look at what they say. Rush Limbaugh sings the song Barack the Magic Negro. What's that all about? Glenn Beck calls him a racist. I mean, the reason why I bring up these characters is because this is who the Republican Party is. It's no longer a party of senators and congressmen and smart people with smart ideas like it used to be back in the old days, you know. Used to be a congressman, he was very smart, he was very intelligent, you know. And that's why he got to be where he is or where she is or where. It's because of the intelligence that these people brought to the table. That's no longer the case. We've let the corporate America take over the intelligence side of politicians. And we've given it to the Glenn Becks and the Rush Limbaugh and the Sean Hannity and the Michael Savage and the Michael Levin and the Laura Ingrams. And we say, here, guys, down here, you are now the Republican Party. They are not the Republican Party. They are not the party of America either. And I'll tell you why. All of these people that I just mentioned, they're filthy super rich. And we're not. They're filthy rich. Rush Limbaugh makes, what, $100 million a year? So he doesn't need health insurance. Hell, if he gets sick, just write a goddamn check. No big deal. All the other guys out there, we don't need health insurance. Write a check if you get sick. But what about the 45? I was told, and let's say half of it is true, because I don't believe shit that the media is saying. But I was told 45,000 people a year die from not having health insurance. Okay, so let's, like I said, do I believe it? I don't know. But let's just take that number and say half. 22.5 dies every year from not having health insurance. You know, that just seemed like a lot. That's a lot of people dying. God bless. If it's one of your relatives, one of my relatives, one would be too many, now wouldn't it? So what's wrong with making it where people can have health insurance? You know, I got good health insurance, I'll admit, I got it. But you know what? I'm not afraid to do something different so Joe Blow down the street can have it. What the hell? He gets sick too. What is he supposed to do? You know, let's face it, if you go to the hospital and you don't have health insurance, they look at you mighty strange, don't they? And it takes a whole lot of time before they see you, don't they? Because they don't want to see you. Because you can't pay. And, you know, you can't blame them if you can't pay. They don't want to work. So somewhere down the road, we need to, you know, these people need help. And that is all this president has tried to do. But the fucking Tea Partiers, the Tea Party people, I'm telling you the truth, these fucking nuts have gotten away with everything, and not one person from the mainstream media has called them out for what they are, a bunch of fucking racists. Not one person has called them out from it. But yet, we're supposed to be fair and balanced. America, let me tell you something. You can't do anything about Tea Party's freedom of speech, which is good. I'm glad they have it. But what you can do about it is keep the fucking Republicans out of office. Don't vote for a Republican if you love your country. Leave them alone. And let them talk all they want, but talk from a point of being powerless. They don't need power anymore. They've had power for 8 years, and look what happened to the country. So that's all I have to say. And I'm going to wrap this up by saying this. When you go to your poll place and you vote, if it says Republican, piss on it, okay? Vote Democrat always. It's better for your country. Thank you. Goodbye.